Hello everyone and welcome to the new season of PSGL Formula 3 action. We are here today for the first round in Melbourne, Australia. I hope it's going to be a cracker. I don't think it'll be as good as the race we had early on today, but yeah, that race is 1 in a million. As we have got our first cars out on the track here, we have, well, my commentator alongside me for this season is HMFC, also known as Harry. Say hello.
Hello everyone, good evening, and if we get a race that was half as good as the German Grand Prix earlier, I'll be extremely excited.
And if you don't know by now, then an announcement just came out a few minutes ago that Robert Kubica's got points because Alfa Romeo's 30-second penalties, and I don't know about you, but I cannot hear the cars.
Oh, I can now. I've just heard one engine noise in the background, and we'll have our first car out on track.
I can't hear them.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to try and go on board and see if I can hear one.
No, I can't hear anyone on board.
Oh, nice. Well, yep, I've got engine noise, but it's the horrible engine noise of the Honda from last year.
No, I literally can't hear anyone at all. Actually, I can.
You can't hear anyone.
I can hear it, but it's not like. It's like
not very loud.
very quiet, and like if you talk, then you can't hear it. So that's my co-masters. Two Williams are very close to each other on the track now as they come towards the second sector.
I'm trying to work out who's going to be the first person round with a lap.
Let me just check. I'm going to reset everything to default to see if that works. Everything is on default. What?
And that would be.
How do I change? It doesn't say like engine noise anymore, does it?
Don't think so. Oh, okay. I'm going to go on board with Nexus Nibiru. Nibiru? We'll say Nexus Nibiru. I apologise for any bad pronunciation of anyone's name. If you want to put it in the message boards how I say people's names, it would be very helpful. If I mispronounce your name while you're listening to this, I apologise. That looks quite good so far. I mean, do you like Australia in the current layout, Jamie, or is it a circuit that suits you, or not really?
Well, it's a good track, but it doesn't suit the wider cars. It makes it hard for overtaking.
Oh, yellow flag set to 3. Oh. It's gone away.
But there have been some very exciting and memorable moments around this track in PSGL. Most notably in this division a few seasons ago, with Frizzo was going to win the race, but on the line, he swerved too much, steered into a wall, lost the race.
Yeah, I think I remember that one.
Yeah, reminded myself.
I think
of it
Airstrike's going to be the first person to go across the line with a 1 minute 21.8 on the soft tyres.
Well, the third night as a banker, we had a couple of 120s in F6 yesterday. But then again, that might be because
121.2.
Then again, that might be because of track conditions. They do evolve. Let's see if anyone else.
And Black Phoenix is my dark bolt pole. Black Phoenix is one of my tips for the season, as well as my former sparring partner, Brand Glover. Is that how he likes to be called now? Because he used to be Brand the Man, didn't he?
Just call him Brown like the commentators used to do in F6.
Yeah, that's what I do. Try and do that.
Just say Brown.
Yeah.
He doesn't mind.
Oh, that was so tight. Between BB Rexha and Dartbolt. I think BB Rexha was on a out lap and Dartbolt's on an in lap. But
Leon's on a lap and Brettster's on an out lap, so he needs to get out of the way of him.
But they literally just nearly come to blows. He sort of Oh, he's going to be in his line. What is that? That's not very good at all, is it?
No. I don't know why I can't use these cars. It's quite annoying, considering that, you know, they're going to be there all the time, but they're just not.
Yeah.
So we have two cars
Right.
in the 120 so far. Oogie Azim and Darkbolt both gone into the 120 range, and they're pretty close to each other as well.
Yeah, it looks good. We've got obviously
More yellow flags. Slow cars.
more yellow flags. We've got slow cars. So I don't know what the delta is for. Another yellow flag in sector 3. I'm riding on board with BB Retzer.
He's in sector 1, I think.
He's just going into sector 2 with the flat right-hander out the stadium section. So he'll be fine. He's got the medium tyres on. Gives him better flexibility than guys. If he could manage to get up into the top 10, it'd be quite good.
I'm gonna stick with this for now, and if the sound doesn't come back during the race, and I'll leave and try and rejoin. See if I can try and get an invite. And I don't think he can invite me because I can't invite anyone. Oh, Brett still had a wobble.
That was a moment. That was a big moment. He had a full opposite lock off the gas down into the tricky right-hander where Webber took Hamilton out a few years ago.
Yeah, that was a slow car. By the way, what tyres is everyone on? They're all on softs pretty much at the minute.
So, apart from
Tusmus went
Retzer.
off. Yeah, and Upiolu, rather. They're both on mediums.
Retzer done a 22.6, but it was invalidated.
Yeah.
So he would have been
11th. Yeah. I think Tom AJ set is on hard, so yeah, he was on hards. With all these soft runners though, and all these times being set on soft so early, is there signs of rain maybe for the race? What do you think?
Oh, well, I mean, they'll know. We don't know, obviously, and no one spoiled it in the comments.
Next Nibiru. He uphold last week, but did not want to convert that in the race. He lost the lead after going wide at turn 2.
He did lose the lead at turn 2, and he also and he had quite an eventful sort of Kimi Räikkönen-esque wander through the desert, didn't he? With DNFing in the end. I think.
They got close to
that. They did. I looked down. I looked back up, and we were. I looked down. I looked down and looked back up, and we were nearly inside the back of a horse. So yeah.
Connor says this engine glitch should fix itself for the race. He's just come into the chat now.
That's good. Thanks for letting us know.
Like if I got silence, then I can hear them a bit. But like I said earlier, if you talk, then you can't hear them at all. So all you can hear is just the announcer speaking, and the pit alarm, or some of the birds tweeting. Literally, that's all I can hear right now. It's like 2014 all over again.
Yeah.
So quiet.
I'm trying to.
I remember watching a video of 2014 qualifying. Ricardo got pole. You can hear the crowd over the noise of the cars.
Well, the only one I've heard of that, even on Sky F1, was the clip a couple of weeks ago when Vettel whipped Verstappen up the arse at Club. And it was, I heard the audible gasp, and in my household you would have heard me start laughing like a madman, because I hate both of them, so it was nothing but great.
To be honest though, you could hear a lot of the crowd cheers today when a lot of people started going off, like Bottas and Leclerc.
Yeah.
There was a lot of cheers from like the Dutch fans that come to support Verstappen in these European races.
See, the thing is, I'd love to go to Zandvoort, but I can't do it. I can't go and sit with Verstappen fans for a large period of time. Right, Oogie Azim is just starting a lap.
True, so the massive like orange wall that the Verstappen fans form at the European events, such as like Germany, France, Austria, and races like that. Imagine what it's going to be like at Zandvoort next season.
It's going to be mental.
The atmosphere is going to be absolutely mental there.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, we got car stopped there on the XDS section. Who was that? That was Tusmus. To that car through there.
Oogie Azim's on a hot one, and I think he is 2 tenths up on the pole position time. So far, we've gone through. We're into sector 2 now. Oh, he's
wobbled.
He's lost it. I think that'll be the end of the chance for pole. I think that was. Is he backed off?
Still going, but he's 3 tenths off his time. So
Yeah. So he's lost like 5 tenths basically with that one little mistake. Clip the inside. He's took too much of the inside curb there and got him sideways.
I've noticed that Abiodun's not turned up tonight. It's a shame. And the 2 Red Bulls back to back.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot to ask people to turn up. I think we're sort of in holiday season, the time of the year this is, aren't we? So
to be honest, we've actually got a good attendance for the time of year it is. So you're happy. Yeah. You've got to be happy with 17 drivers.
Yeah, it's much better than my league's turnout last night. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. The next race after this one, Toby Chapman, is China. Then I believe, what's next after that? I think
no, it's Bahrain. Bahrain in China.
No, it's PSGL.
Oh, we're not doing we're not doing calendar. Sorry.
No, so it's China after this week, and I can't remember. I have a feeling it might be France. I'm not sure.
Ugh. Big F.
Wait, no, France is mid-August, so I don't know. I'll check after. All I know is China's next.
It's all right. You know the best thing about it is that I'm literally sitting here watching the wrong the wrong stream. I was on the F5 stream watching that, thinking, why is this not mirroring up to what I'm watching? Big F there, big F in the chat.
He was on pole there, by the way, as AMS goes second.
I've moved. I'm on our chat now. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right, Brand's just started the lap.
Has he? Yep, he has. Brand currently sitting last at the 17 drivers. Not really what I expected him to be, but compared to like the time with the rest. Oh, what's happened?
He blocked the inside front wheel, and I got a horrible. I got a horrible noise through the thing. It was the first time I've heard someone lock the brakes. To be honest, it sounded horrible.
God help you if you commentator on F1, we had this engine glitch because they don't run assists anymore in F1. So
I didn't know that. See, I've been out of PSGL for far too long.
I feel like that's why all these like drivers are in F1 last season have moved down to F2, F3, the likes of divisions like that.
Yeah.
To practice.
Did you
no assists?
I heard a little rumor that you won F6 last night. Is that true?
No, I came 4th. You might be on about Jamie Morris. He won.
What, the man with no brakes?
Yeah. There was more controversy as well whether he was actually driving his car or not, if he had someone driving for him, because he was chatting in the chat while he was battling with JT Killer. And Brian goes 7th. Not bad lap.
Nice. What would it be without some PSGL controversy? What would the season of PSGL be without drama? It's got more drama than a real F1.
As next to set time, I'm guessing about Nibiru. It's currently pole. He's currently in the pits, so I'm guessing he hasn't gone out for his second run, has he? There's a Sambam Kid's crew that are getting ready to send him out.
Everyone's on softs, so I am going to say right now, I'm going to stick my neck out on the line and say that it's going to rain.
We might actually get the excitement of the German Grand Prix here in Australia.
We might do. How many finishes? How many finishes if it rains? If it's a proper full wet race.
In Germany, today it was 13 finishes. So who knows? Yeah, this is PSGL, so it could be if it's raining in like 9 or 10 finishes.
Just work this out. The top 10 in this session are covered by less than 0.4 tenths of a second. That is insanely close.
Toby Chapman, who won the German Grand Prix. Max Verstappen won from Sebastian Vettel and Danny Kvyat.
Lance Stroll finished fourth. Stroll fourth,
Sainz
and fifth Carlos Sainz. Yeah.
Yeah, if you didn't watch the race, you missed a lot. Trust me.
Basically, think of a destruction derby.
Someone crashed on the S section. It was Brettster. You see, with these engine noises not being there, I don't know what's going on because I'm getting distracted, and I mean the engine noise to judge what's going on.
Will we see any Was there any debris? Was it a big shunt?
No, I followed someone coming through there, and all of a sudden I could see a Ferrari on the wall. So
Tom is 2 tenths up through the first sector.
Is that on pole time? Someone's improved.
That was on pole time because he was inside the top 10.
Oppiolu's 5th. Tom AJ. Yeah, right. He was up by 2 tenths. We're going to go on ball with him.
It's a yellow flag in sector 1. Still yellow flag on sector 1.
Probably slow cars. No one's retired yet.
So with 1 minute and 20 seconds to go, this will be his last flying lap of the session.
He's got a very Charles Leclerc-esque helmet, which I like. Because I like Charles Leclerc's helmet.
I do like that. It's almost... Actually, it's very reminiscent of Gerhard Berger's, going back a little bit further.
Yeah. Oh, Brand's retired, and Tasma stuff. They come together somewhere on the track, maybe.
Maybe. Oh, across the line in a 120! Wow! Where did that come from?
360 no scope, the field there, sorry. That's good.
Nexus has just started his lap. Nexus has just literally got in turns.
Oh, he's run it. Oh, he's gone. And he's done a Bottas, as he said.
Proper Bottas accident. Took too much speed, took too much of the entry curb, and flung it round.
He's at the AI car. Oh, no.
And that will block the track.
Darkbot's not out. Here comes AMS through. He's going to avoid them. Mercedes has gone.
Yeah, I thought that might have blocked the block thing, and AMS has backed right off.
You wanted to see an avoidance I had last night, though, when Michelot bottled it through there. And I just came up on him, and he was turning onto my line, and I got out of the way just in time. As the two racing points, rather, as I must call them now.
Sam Bam kid is on a fast lap.
And he has to navigate a lot of traffic, though. That is Darkbolt.
He will have to. Darkbolt's AI, I'm guessing.
No, Darkbolt's still in the session.
Ooh.
Fran
he got out of the way, he done the right thing.
Fran's gone second, meanwhile. 4th, Sambam kid coming through the edges of the lake now. Coming up and run up to the S section. The only one that's got a check flag next to the name is Oogie so far. Darkbolt's finally retired. And,
he was second part of the fast chicane.
Yeah.
Sam Bam didn't get the greatest exit.
So the pole time to beat is 120.360. He needs to improve by just less than 2.5 tenths really to get that pole.
That's not a lot to find.
He's
he's backed off. So that'd be that.
Yep. Unless Black Phoenix can do something. He's coming up to the line now. 12th place Williams man. Black Phoenix, and he goes. He doesn't improve. So that's your qualifying session.
Toby Chapman asked what happened to Lewis.
Multiple things.
Loads of things, and the stewards, shall we say?
Crash, spin, and a Mercedes bottle. That's what I tell you.
Crash, spin, 5 second stop go.
Wing change. Completely made a mockery of the pit entry there again. Meanwhile, we got to run through the grid quickly. Tom AG on pole, Fran second, Nibiru third, Sambam fourth, AMS fifth, Oogie sixth, Mercedes seventh, Oppiolu eighth, Darkbolt ninth, and Brand 10th. Outside the top 10 are Kree or Airstrike, Black Phoenix in 12th, Throne 13th, Tusmus 14th, F3 15th, Leon 16th, and Brett's in last place. He was the only one that didn't qualify on the softs, but I should imagine.
But would have got.
Wait, if it's
wet, get a free choice.
Yeah, but then if it's wet, then everyone has a free choice.
Yeah, well, unless they've got to go to a certain amount of time, and he thinks they'll be at the end of their tyre life at the end, but he would have got whatever.
Yeah, so it's a Ferrari Renault front row, something that probably won't happen in real life for quite a while. Yeah, just the build up for the race now, and indeed it is raining, but it doesn't look. It doesn't. It's intermediate conditions. I can see the Inters down there in Sambam's garage, so it's intermediate conditions, not full wets. Whether it will get worse or whether it will get better, is a complete mystery to the commentators, being us two.
Will
and
we
the
get?
viewers.
Will we get a safety car start? Because remember we can't have a proper start anymore. We're not allowed to.
Yeah, I get you. Michael Massey, the new race director, of course, after the sad passing of Charlie White, may he rest in peace. Will he call the safety car though?
Probably.
Nope, standing start. Well, the formation lap
Formation
certainly
lap.
is. That's the thing about this game as well. You can actually have the safety car if it's too wet now.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, in the pre-season race at F6. The rain got so bad they needed a safety car.
That's good. I like that. I like the realism coming to the game. They're finally invested into the game. To be fair,
and
especially this year, I think the game is fantastic.
Chucks a bit of excitement in there as well. And when it usually when it rains in the Australian Grand Prix, it's usually an exciting race. So
I'm going to ask you now. You're after obviously. We don't know what everyone's setup is like, but
they might be running dry setups. Because
they might be, or there might be some people further back who are running wet setups. But I want to ask you, who's your favourite for the championship?
From what I've seen in the pre-season race and qualifying session just gone, I reckon Tom AJ could be the favourite because he won that pre-season race. And the man that challenged him for it, Angry Panda, I think it was, or FDRL Panda, is not here tonight. That'll give Tom a head start, I reckon. Unless he's got people around him that'll challenge him. Because, you know, in the wet conditions, there's a lot of... the competition tends to spread out a bit, because some people are suited more to the wet than others. So, it'll be interesting to see.
Yep. Dartbolt is ridiculously quick, but loves to find a barrier. Bit Charles Leclerc,
as shown in Bahrain.
Once he gets the first win, I think he'll be fine. Franergy went really deep into the last corner there, and if that was in the real race, he'd be banging trouble.
I've seen him go off a few, well, not go off, but I've seen him have a little bit of a wobble a few times as the cars. To be honest, that was quite a quick formation lap for a formation lap standard.
That was. I don't know how many viewers we got. Anyone know?
12. We was up to 17 at one point. I don't know where they've all gone.
Probably heard me want to leave. So let me turn on. Oh no, I don't want to do that. I want to put the spectator menu on so I get some telemetry and understand what's going on.
Yeah, so we do have engine noises now, which is good.
I'll take the back of the grid. You can have the front.
Yeah, now we're gonna have a camera angle to watch the lights. Looks like we're not, are we? There we go. 4 lights, 5 lights. And we got a few jump starts, lights out, and away we go. They're at the back though, so don't affect the drivers at the front. They'll have to serve a jump start penalty, or drive-through penalty rather. Tom Agee though leads into turn 1. Sambam Kid's got a good start from 4th to 2nd, but Nibiru's trying to make it go around the outside there, but he's gone onto the grass, and seems like they all kept it clean there for 2-1. Fair play.
They did. There's a McLaren gone a little bit wide at the back. 2 Red Bulls are really tight together as well.
Collision, and that's Nibiru gone off like last week. And they're 4 wide. Oh my! What are you doing?
There was a Williams up the inside, literally with a car's width, and I mean a car's width.
There's a rebel off the track. That was F3 trying to hang it around the outside there. Brett's just going to go down the inside of Bran. Bran shut the door on him. F3's got a bit of a wobbly exit there to whatever corner that is, because turn 6.
Visibility is terrible riding on board with Bran.
I have no idea.
He's put a wheel on the off. Dartbolt's off.
Oh, what? Yep. I do not know how.
4 wide in the wall.
They've launched
BB Rex are into the wall.
They ain't gonna go side by side for you, are they? Oh no! Oh, he's bowled out Bran. Bran's lifted. And I don't know how no one's lost a wheel on that first lap. Well, there's still got a few corners to go left of it. Oh, someone looks like Frome's had an off, I think. It's quite a bit behind his teammate Leon.
Oh, and Dartbolt got sideways off the corner. He's so
He's on the threat from
tight in the midfield.
Brett's had a brilliant start from 17th on the grid, although he did have that jump start penalty though.
Yeah, well, yeah. So it's kind of making all this a bit...
F3 decided to serve his right away. Airstrike and Leon trying to make it go around the outside there. Nibiru losing the rear in the background and is going to go free. Why are they? The two McLarens in this battle. Leon can't make the move. And oh, Airstrike has gone wide and Frome's through. Maybe Nibiru. And yes, they have. And actually, they're going to go side by side here. The man is third on the grid.
Bran has got past BB Retzer with a little bit of contact. Retzer, sorry. With a bump and run NASCAR move.
I think Airstrike has gone onto the grass because he's lost a lot of time now. So he's had a bit of a poor couple of corners there. It's Black Phoenix, who's also had a good start from 12th on the grid. He's up into 5th position, overtaking AMS. It's Black Phoenix, a bit of a wet weather maestro.
He is a very, very good driver. I know him from another league that I race in, and last night he's won both races this weekend, including a wet race around Monaco. He is a absolute master.
They're side by side through the S section. Oppiolo and Mercedes. Mercedes actually got the move done, and they didn't make any. Oh, there's another car going side by side through there. That was Toast. And he's only got slight wing damage. Fair play to him for not hitting a wheel off there. But that will affect. Will he get disqualified?
Everyone's avoided him.
Will he get disqualified for not serving a drive-through? Yeah, he has a drive-through though.
If he turns he'll have to quickly turn off the auto wing setting. They won't stop him if he doesn't turn off the auto wing setting.
He lost it again there. And his fastest laps getting set everywhere. Franish is on the back of Sambam for second place. They are within 8/10 of Tom AJ right now. If it was dry, DRS would be enabled. But since it's wet weather, of course, the rules of F1 mean that you can't have DRS in these conditions.
Black Phoenix with...
Oh, Dark Bolt spun it on the exit of turn 2. And there's another one off Nibiru. One eventful start to the Australian Grand Prix and the F3 season.
Leon up into the top 10. The F1 experience coming through.
Yep, the two McLaren boys, some of the most experienced guys on this grid, and one of the most well-known guys as well. They are benefiting off the mistakes of other drivers to get themselves up the order, like many drivers in today's German Grand Prix.
And Black Phoenix all over the back of Ugi Azim.
Black Phoenix is having a brilliant run so far from 12th.
That car looks planted, to be fair. That's the best car I've seen on board with.
He must have put a wet setup on then. He must have put a wet setup on. To be honest, that is actually the most planted I've seen the Williams look in recent years. Not gonna lie.
He's running active suspension and traction control.
Going back to the Adrian Newey days of the early to mid 90s.
Don't talk about 94.
Oh yeah, we won't talk about that. That was a dark year for Williams.
Yeah, anyone who has David Coulthard in their team is definitely not having a good time. Yellow flag, sector 3.
No one went off, I don't think. It might have been on the straight actually, as Bran locks up heavily there going into the pits, and
Dartbolt's wiped out the...
yeah, he's got wing damage. Bran's got wing damage.
Dartbolt already with the yellow fuel warning and into the pits. Is this for a drive-through or
I think
tyres?
I think he's pulling the fuel tactic here, because if you put less fuel into your car in wet weather, it stays more planted to the track. So maybe Dartbolt is trying that tactic.
And a front wing change.
He's not wasted any of his ERS either, so he's trying to keep that car on the track. And he's got wing damage. And Sam Bam's going to get a run here. He can't go for a few, surely. I've seen side-by-side action through there, but this is for the lead.
Normally ends in an aeroplane accident.
Yeah. But this is for the lead as well, so you got to pick your moves wisely, otherwise you could end up in tears and arguments. And people leaving the league.
Yeah. There's going to be he's just got... You know he's got wing damage. Sam would have seen that. Just needs to... Just pick his spot. He's got a little bit deep into there now, and it's going to let him get away.
Tom H is not going to pit. Reminder, he has wing damage, so he'll be running really wide through corners.
But
to be
Sam's got
honest,
a
he's
bad
pulling away.
exit now.
So
Sam's
say
got
he's
a bad
pulling away.
exit, and Fran's going to be all over him.
No
into the
DRS,
first
so this is
corner.
a pure overtake. Hardly no ERS either.
Ooh.
Oh, that's so close to contact. 4th and 5th place, Ugi Azim and Black Phoenix will be catching this battle. If Black Phoenix can get past Ugi Azim here, I reckon he can be a challenger for this lead.
We're going to have 5 for the lead in half a lap's time.
6-way battle probably, because Mercedes is 6th. He just set the fastest lap, I just paid attention to that. So Mercedes is also running quick.
Fantastic action here in PSGL F3.
He looked for the move. He's trying to try and keep his nose in there through many of these corners.
Phoenix has got to
He's going to go for it.
Done.
Down the inside, Black Phoenix on Ugi Azim. They are so close to each other, you can hear the tyres kissing.
That was almost... Oof. That was probably just on the limit of clean.
And he backs out through the S section wisely. And Fran at the top there, Fran made a mistake, I'm pretty sure. Because he went really wide there and off the line there compared to Sambam. And they go side by side in the background. Around the outside, into turn 13. Go on! What he's still in there actually, no. Ugi Azim will retake it. Now Mercedes is on the back of them both while these two were battling. Black Phoenix diving it down the inside. At turn 15, there's wheel banging.
Oh, he had to leave him more room now, surely. This is getting silly.
Close the door on him. It's not...
Yeah.
Will it get to a point that these two will end up in the gravel trap? Or these three, rather.
That was a hard left swipe, that was.
He's going to go for it, turn 1. And he...
Yeah, that was always
he's
ending that way.
And nearly upside down. And Black Phoenix's brilliant start has...
AMS went off in the background as well there, I saw.
Yeah,
AMS went off.
As I said, nearly went upside down. AMS launched him.
So did Black Phoenix get any damage there?
I know he's getting involved with Leon and Tusmus, and he's going to have to let the McLarens go by here because that's a dangerous place to be battling someone with wing damage. And Tusmus had a very wobbly moment there at the top of the camera.
What's your view on that? You think that was a bit...
Brand set the fastest lap. And there's yellow flags, and that's Dark Bolt into the wall at the last corner, and he becomes the first retirement of the season. Just like a
unfortunate for Dark
the first retirement of the race today.
Yep, Sergio Perez there.
He's having a shot for the season, fair play. He's 16th in the driver's mode. I checked earlier. Lance Stroll is now 12th, and he's 16th. Sergio Perez.
Leon on Tosmas.
First, Lance Stroll is kicking his ass at the minute.
He's going to make a move. He's up into 7th position.
And Leon is on for a really good points finish here. But judging by like the battles that we've seen with Black Phoenix, getting good starts doesn't guarantee that you're going to finish in a good position. You've got to keep that car planted in these wet conditions. But I reckon Leon and Flying From and Tusmus, because Tusmus has actually got quite a few years in this league under his belt. All these drivers in this battle are fairly experienced. Yeah,
last season Tusmus and Dartbolt were the guys that would challenge the eventual championship winner.
Tusmus down the inside of Leon again. He's going to keep it stuck in there. And nearly ended up like his teammate there.
Yeah, it's the 50-50 moves on this game that you get punished for.
Yeah, especially in the wet. Because these cars don't have the turning powers they did in the last game.
You sort of end up having a really silly...
With more aero on the front wing. And no, Tusmus went really wide out there.
You end up having sort of a silly half accident. And it just puts you in a massive problem position for the next car to hit.
Fran and Sambam for second place. Back at it again.
And Tom sort of got away with it a little bit.
And that is Nibiru off.
He qualified on pole, didn't he?
No, he qualified 3rd.
Yeah, so he's not had a great day. Yeah. Sector 3.
It was that. And it's From round at turn 13. Seems like he might have had it coming together there. And Fran for second place. He's got it at turn 1 where Black Phoenix couldn't do it. Will Sam Bam get the run on him through this straight here up to turn 3?
Naburu's round again into the wall and now has finally retired from the session.
Did he lose a wheel though?
That's what the yellow flag was. No, he didn't lose a wheel.
Anyway, if that car stops in a dangerous position, we could well see a safety car here in Melbourne.
Do you think it's getting wetter?
No, I don't think... Actually, I do think it is a bit.
They're struggling. All of a sudden,
Yeah.
guys who were planted and they're struggling a bit.
Yeah, maybe we could see some of the blue wall for wet tyres getting some action here in Melbourne.
Fran's gone deep through the chicane towards the far chicane now.
Yeah, it isn't really a fast chicane in these conditions, so it's more of a medium speed one. Don't want to go too fast through here in these conditions.
Sam's really struggling through the mid-speed corners now. All of a
Tell you
sudden.
what,
I don't know if he's hit it.
Tom is keeping his pace well, despite his wing damage. He's keeping that
Yeah.
gap to a pretty decent gap.
I don't know, has anyone else picked up wing damage? I'm trying to look at them both now on the screen. As all of a sudden he seems like he's extending rather than being on the defensive. I don't know if it's because these two have battled for a long period of time.
I think it's because they battled, because I don't see any wing damage on the Renault or the Mercedes. So, and the gap's not coming down though. If anything, it's extending massively. I don't know if they're saving fuel or... Well, I know that Fran has been saving the RS down the straight, and he's gone wide through turn 1, and Sam Bam will pick up P2 again. Oh, Sam Bam!
Oh, he's got
One mistake led to another. And now here comes Ugi Azim for third position around the outside of his teammate, and he gets him. But he's run wide too. He's run wide too, and now Sam Bam's going to come back around the outside.
We know how difficult Ugi is to overtake, so that was a crucial moment for Sam to get that back.
Yeah, Ugi's not one for making mistakes. Like many drivers on this grid, like I have said plenty of times this race, he is experienced. Of course, there's a co-admin of the FP division as Black Phoenix sets the fastest lap. I know he had that collision earlier on, but I don't think he'd be out of this. If there's a safety car, then watch out for him.
I mean, the question...
He's within pit stop range of F3 in 10th.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking, that they are going to have to stop. There's no way they can make one set of intermediates last the whole race. Or I wouldn't have thought so.
Yeah.
Not with any kind of great pace.
I feel like Fran's rather lifting and coasting through some of these corners just to keep the car planted.
Just want to point out, Mercedes the only one using his ERS.
Oh, and he had a bit of a wobble there coming out of the last corner. I noticed
That's probably why.
You don't have to take that. Well, that last corner now is trickier to navigate now with these new aero regulations. So
yeah,
battles on the track. There is one between AMS and Bratster here for 14th place. That is the closest one on the track, I believe, at the minute.
That's going to be interesting down into the turn 13.
Big AMS. Oh, he's going to push him though, Bratster. And he's pushed. He's pushed Bratster off, and to be honest, Bratster was a bit.
He was on the out.
He was a bit aggressive there to try and hang that around the outside of turn 13.
I still don't think he deserved to be completely run off track.
Yeah, but you can pull the move off down there, but you have to have a massive speed difference and make sure you get the line absolutely right.
Agreed. Although you do always have to leave. If there is someone on your outside, you still got to leave them a car's width. I don't. You know, it's a. This is my problem with people like Max Verstappen. This is what breeds. This is why people make aggressive moves, because you all watched. As I get on a rant.
Brett's round.
Oh, right, okay. It won't matter too much now then.
Yeah.
But this is why people now make aggressive moves, because it's acceptable. Because they've seen Max do it. So therefore, there we go.
I feel like Tom hasn't actually got front wing damage, and that only we can see it, because... Especially when Brett's just gone off again. He's having Sebastian Vettel a couple of corners, he is. Spinning it round.
Right,
I don't really
So-
want to say that anymore, though. And he's gone again, and he's done a Kazuki Nakajima into the wall on the run up to turn 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And there we
I
go.
think that was the best option. Not gonna lie. Those tires were
It's a bit of a
completely
rage
dead.
quit.
Those tires were completely dead, I think. No life in them, kept on spinning. And actually, he's not ghosted, and here comes his teammate. He ready, be careful here. And he's hauling him up here. Is his AI car. And that AI car is not really getting out the way of many of the drivers. And I just see a car off there. Positive, I saw a car off. Oh, what happened?
Mercedes got a nice load of oversteer through the fast right sweep.
Yeah, Ferrari
And
finally
I
pulling
thought-
off.
I thought he was going to have a massive accident into that outside wall. He didn't. He held it beautifully with his Felipe Massa type helmet. And, yeah.
Oh, I do like that helmet.
Mercedes is looking, for me, quite comfortable here in the top 5. He's sort of really, really smooth. Like a really smooth on the throttle kind of driver. Nice, really precise turning, really good. I think it'll be one for the tyre wear. One of those
Yeah.
drivers that can make the tyres talk.
Tom's pitting. Will he replace his wing? The Ferrari coming out. Are they going to repair his wing?
He will.
They are.
He will. He will.
Now, that will mean that Fran, I should imagine, will come out ahead of him, but those fresh inters are going to be way quicker than those guys who are currently leading, as shown in real life today. When Charles Leclerc was out on those inters, when everyone else didn't pit, he was way quicker than all of them, and was catching Max Verstappen and Valtteri Bottas when they were battling. by a long
What's
distance.
interesting is that F3 HD was involved in lap 1 contact, took his penalty, and is only that far off of being with Tom. So that's how long it lost him in terms of a front wing change.
I think he has been using his ERS quite a bit, though. He's on 40% compared to other drivers who are in like the 70s, like 50s to 80s kind of range, really. Some are in their 90s, but... And then you got him who's in his low 40s, high 30s in terms of percentages. So he's been the most active on those ERS.
I agree with that, but he's still done a good job to get back to points within 12 laps. Obviously, there's a long way to go, but I think it's quite a good recovery drive, really.
Yeah. He's now on the back of Frome, and both of them have not pitted, whereas Tom has, and you can see there Tom is blasting down the road.
Streaking away.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see now. Oh, and the first Mercedes in, and Ugi runs a little bit wide on the way into the pits, but manages to get it stopped.
Yep.
I think.
Do you
Didn't get a
know,
time
do you know
penalty.
what I find interesting? Where's Black Phoenix going to be in all of this? Actually, no, don't answer that. He's 12 seconds off F3, right?
Yeah.
So Leon is up to 5th now. It's been a good drive from him so far. Good, consistent drive. His car's maybe not the most planted in the
Snaking.
world, but he's definitely keeping it in there.
Well, Franergy, now that he got back past Sam, has pulled 3.6 seconds over Sam now.
Yep. Now he's got clean air.
And Sam... Yeah, and just as we talk about Black Phoenix, he decides to turn the wick up a little bit.
Yeah, I can
And
definitely
does
hear
the fastest lap of the week. Fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, I can hear the crowd clapping there as soon as he said that. They knew. I think that will be beaten by either by either Uki or Tom, who are actually pretty close to each other out on the track right now. Tom
Yeah.
in 7th. Uki's team is within 5/10 of him. Tom AJ
So Uki-
is going to be right
Yeah.
there compared to Sam Ban, Mercedes, and Fran.
Yeah, I think Fran can keep extending this stint. As you said, obviously that almost gave him... What do you lose for a front wing change? Maybe 5 seconds average on top of your pit stop?
Yeah, about
Maybe
that.
more?
Maybe 5 to 6 seconds, I would say.
So, what did he have? I can't remember Tom's gap. What was it, like 3 seconds?
It's about 1.5 to 2, I think. Oh, it's yellow flags.
Okay, so...
Got some yellow flags out there. Oh, we got side-by-side action in the pits. Leon's overtaken Opiolu in the pits, and his yellow flag's still out there.
It's
So
in
what from-
sector 3 and I can't find it.
It might be just debris. I think it's debris because yeah, debris in the pit lane. There's Toro Rosso bodywork on the entry
So
to the pits.
did Opaloo drop it in the pit lane?
Must have. I wasn't on board with him, but when I saw Throne come into the pits there, I did see Toro Rosso bodywork on the entry to the pits by the wall.
I've just rode on board Mercedes through two of the most scary corners I've ever witnessed. Mercedes tyres are dead. I'm telling you right now, this is his inlet.
And it's heavier. It's getting really heavy now. Who knows? Might even see full wets. Are these guys sticking it out until it's wet enough for full wets, maybe? Because I've definitely seen this rain is coming down heavier than before.
If I was someone like Airstrike or an AMS and Bran even, I'd throw a set of wets on, because you've got nothing to lose.
Yeah, so you might as well try it. It might give a signal to the other guys at the front saying, right, we just tested it. It's alright, go on to the wets. It'll benefit you. And Franage is into the pits. Sambam is also into the pits. And Mercedes, yep, they're following.
They had nothing left on their tyres. So Tom is coming through turn 13 now. So will they get out in front of him?
And they're on the inters. So Fran is going to come out right ahead, quite a bit ahead of Tom, I should imagine. He's at the end of the pit lane now. Tom is coming through the last corner about now. And Fran is going to come out way ahead. Sambam is going to come out ahead. And Tom, AJ and Mercedes here, I think are going to be battling, are they? Tom,
nah, Tom should
Mercedes,
do it.
Yeah. Mercedes had a bit of a wobbly exit there.
Tom will get a massive run on Sam.
He's in a Mercedes sandwich. One Mercedes is further behind, though. Black Phoenix sets another fast stop. Tom's going to dive it. And there's contact, but not enough contact to warrant wing damage. And Tom got his elbows out, and in the end it's paid off. He's second place, and have his eyes set now on that first place Fran. 4 seconds up the road.
Don't like that.
Black Phoenix on Leon. Black Phoenix around the outside, and he's done it.
It's a lovely move from Black Phoenix.
Yeah. That was into
Sam. Tom's not pulled away from Sam. I know it's only been a couple of corners.
Yeah, Tom's lost time. Tom's lost a lot of time to Fran. That was 3.9. Now it's 4.3. Now 4.5. So I think Tom's made a mistake.
He was running better with a broken front wing than what he seemingly has been able to do so far. Whether or not the weather changing through the race is affecting him, but
no, it's gone lighter again now. It's gone lighter again. So I don't know if I was just a bit of a heavy patch for like a lap or two, and then it's gone back to what it was before.
Sam's hustling that Mercedes.
Brandon Opialu maybe for P9 on the track. I do believe that third place battle with second place is closer. He had a look. Of course he wasn't going to go for that. You'd be stupid to go for that, not going to lie.
To be fair, if I was Sam, I would have been really annoyed at the way that Tom launched the move the lap before. I'd launch it back.
Yeah.
But I can totally understand why he'd be annoyed. That's probably why they're a lot higher up in divisions than I ever was. But you understand. When you get dive bombed like that, you get annoyed. You get frustrated and you overdrive the car. So it's really good from Sam so far that he's been able to. He's not reacted in a negative way. He's sat here. He's hounding Tom, putting Tom under pressure. And
Sambam's got a penalty.
Really well.
Sambam just got a penalty for running over the sausage curb there, coming into. I think that might have been turn 9.
Yeah.
The other corner's turn 10, and this is turn 11, 12, isn't it? So that was turn 9. He ran over the sausage curb on the inside.
He's got a great. Oh, I thought he had a great run through the left, right.
Yeah, Tom is not gaining on Fran whatsoever. The rain looks heavier, but I don't know if that's the spray coming into play there from Sambam's on board.
Oh, Sambam went for a
there.
downshift and he got sort of 4-wheel drift going on.
Yeah. Interestingly, we haven't had a crash where someone has lost their wheel. Now this is PSGL in the wet, so I don't know what's going on there.
like to just point out that Black Phoenix is up to 6th place and going quite well, quietly about his business.
Yeah, running his own little race.
On his way back to the front, showing that he does have pace.
He's 11 seconds off though.
Well, one safety car.
For the longest. Yeah, but he has been on those inters for the longest, I think. Yeah, 10 laps.
Yeah.
Oh no, Airstrike's been on his 13. And in fact, he's just pitted.
I wonder if there's a... Will these guys on the inters now be able to go to the end? That's another 13 laps.
Yeah,
for everyone.
They'd be in puncture territory, but I think they should make it.
So Tom will have to do another, what? 10 laps is 27. He's already done 5, so that'd be 15.
Yeah, that's puncture territory, I think.
Yeah, I think the tyres are going to be very, very marginal.
Yeah, let's pull out a little bit of a gap though to Sandbaum. They've all got their own like little gaps around about the same. Oh, he's had a bit of a wobble there, Sandbaum. But all the gaps now in this battle, they're all about the same length.
It was good through that second to last corner there, though.
Yeah. What I'm seeing on the timings though, he hasn't pulled in.
No. 1:35 flat. Tom with the fastest lap of the race. That'd be why he suddenly feels like he's pulled away. And Franergy's peeled up a 3-second time penalty.
That's going to throw it right into the water now. Tom has not lost this race just yet as Black Phoenix has pitted.
Yes, he's higher on the tyre wear though.
Yeah, he definitely got the most out of those inters because he set a lot of fastest laps in that run. Whether he can do the same thing now.
Well, I'm thinking more for Tom as well. It's 4.7 seconds. He's got 6 lap old inters compared to 3 laps for Sam and for Franergy.
Yeah.
And we've got 11 laps left.
Yeah,
he's 17 laps.
He's closed that gap. He has definitely closed that gap, Sandbaum. Seems like he loses time through some of the corners, such as maybe between 11 and 12, because... Oh, that's a nice shot. Oh, the car's going around that little bend there. So I don't know if he loses time at one part of the track, and that's why he was so far off him compared to...
Yeah.
Now.
I think he's been very cautious through the... I think the chicane he picked the penalty up through. He's now being really, really careful not to pick up another time penalty. As everywhere else, he seems like he's pulling time back. Especially through the last 2 corners. As I say that, he gets a little bit of oversteer.
Yeah. France had another fastest lap. That gap now pulls out to 5 seconds.
Which is really 2 seconds with his time penalty.
Yeah. Unless Tom's also got a penalty, and that would still be 5.
I haven't seen Tom pick up a penalty so far, but I understand what you're saying.
I won't spoil it.
And no, I won't look. Don't worry. I only see them if they pop up in the bottom left. The yeah, it's sort of got a bit static at the front. This is the closest battle on the track. AMS on the back of Throme.
Yeah, for the last
the other
points. One. And Throme's on the back of F3 as well. So there's a three-way battle going on for 9th, which is 2 points. Fastest lap when it's free. Brand sets the fastest lap, so anyone in the top 10 will be finishing with normal points. The fastest lap point at the minute has been cancelled out.
You know, on these 3 lap old inters.
Not a bad lap time though, concerning...
Sam's got a big run on Tom. Big run.
Ah, yes.
Into turn 13.
Doesn't want to risk it. Oh, there's contact in the rear end. He did not get damaged though. And that's not
so
visible
careful.
damage. Yeah. It's these little mistakes that can mean so much in the context of the race and maybe even the championship.
Eventually.
Yeah.
He's struggling out of that. He's struggling out of the key corner there. The last corner. If Sam could get out that last corner better, he could set up a move into turn 3, which is where Tom got him on the lap out of the pit. Yeah.
He definitely lost a lot of time there.
That'd be it for this lap.
Oh, Mercedes! Oh yeah, I was about to say he dropped back a bit there, and I thought he was going in the wall when I saw him slide coming through turn 2 and put the camera on him.
He's been sliding a lot, and Oogie Azim is slowly catching Tom. And oh, he's round! Oh, he caught it! He caught it!
No,
he
he's not.
caught it! Sam had a massive
Now
moment.
Oogie's right there. Oogie's right there now.
Right.
Will team order come into play here?
Well, I don't think so. I think Sam's quicker, but Sam caught the inside curve of the flat right-hander, which sent him into a almost half spin, and he somehow kept it at the wall. He reacted so well.
Yeah.
And as you said, it's them small mistakes that cost you. Let's see if he can catch straight up to the back of... maybe his tyres have gone. He's starting to slide a bit more.
And maybe that one slide did enough to heat up those rear tyres to the point where they slide through every corner on the exit, where you just put a little tap on the throttle and they just light up. Frome's reeled in on F3. This is for 9th. F3's just picked up a penalty actually for turn 12.
Yeah. What was that track extend?
Corner cut. So you don't really gain time if you track extend it, because if you do, then it's just grass and gravel. It doesn't help your tyres.
Okay. So Tom is slowly starting to pull away from Sam, and he's slowly catching gaps down to under 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And another 3-second time penalty for Fran.
At the minute, he won't be winning this race then.
He won't. Well, he won't, but he will, because I don't think Tom can make them tyres last another 8 laps.
Yeah. But to be honest, if Tom can be quick still on wing damage, then yeah.
How many laps did he make those tyres last first time?
I think it was about
So
10 or 11, but he had that wing damage. He probably wanted to get that off. So it could be different.
AMS has done 14 laps on a set of inters.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's overly quick.
And then Leon's picked up a penalty. We're gonna go on board with AMS here. See what his tyres are like. See whether they're causing any problems with him. What I have noticed though, he's dropped back a lot to Frome. He was within less than a second. For now it's 1.6. And it seems to be shifting down a lot earlier.
I guess Tom would risk it.
No one, mate. There's no Abby tonight. There's a lot of familiar faces though, and they're putting on a good show up the front. Frome's got a good chance here of getting F3.
Where are we? Let's have a look. Oh, yep.
Oh no, he's bottled into a wall and he's gone. Safety car maybe?
Possibly.
It's Codemasters, it won't be a safety car probably.
VSC, surely.
It probably would have been out by now if it was, so... There's a cheer from the crowd. Anything else happening now? No, I think that is not a safety car. GG, Codemasters. No. Thanks for winning this race.
GG. Would have been great, wouldn't it? Brought them all back together.
No, he had a few mistakes. He qualified like about 8th or 9th for me, and he had like a mistake on the second lap. We're running like 6th, I believe, and just never recovered. He lost it last corner and retired.
What's that? Dart bolt?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got involved in sort of first lap shenanigans and sort of like shifted into a position where he was always going to be vulnerable to a mistake, I think.
Yeah.
AMS 15 laps on a set of mediums, set of inters rather, so we know it can be done.
Turning back to that first lap, though, they were going 3 wide through corners. They
were four wide.
Yeah, I'm surprised they actually didn't manage to cause a massive accident where like 6 or 7 cars would get taken out, and we would have to restart.
Yeah, it was. for me it was a bit silly, but you know, it's a long
first race of the
race.
season. First race of the season as well. The excitement of being back in PSGL racing after such a long break. The longest break we've had in a
massive
long
break
time.
this year.
Yeah. The unexpected game coming out in June this year. When you all expected it to be in August.
It's been a personally myself, I think the game's fantastic. I think it's the best game ever, really. Best attempt by Codemasters ever. And that is a 3-second time penalty for Tom.
He's running his own little race now. But he's
He
certainly
picked it
not
up in
bringing
the
that
fast
gap
left.
down. Yeah, but that gap has certainly not come down though. It's pretty much stayed the same for the last few laps. It's just Sambam's dropped off and makes it look like he's gained in a bit, but
yeah, he's been on his own up the front, hasn't he?
yeah. Oh, there's a wobble at the last corner. Should be alright though.
If memory serves, didn't he win a race? People in the chat will remember better than I will. But last season he won a race in the wet, didn't he? Was it at Spa? Did he win in the rain?
I'm not sure. I didn't really pay attention to F3 the last season. So.
Yeah, I mean, the former lead commentator is no longer with us, unfortunately. So he's not dead or anything. I'd like to point out he's just no longer with us.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
But yeah, I think Strategy definitely did win a race last season. I think it was Spa as well. And it was on the last lap. It was all through penalties and everything. But this week,
Meanwhile,
he seemingly is.
Black Phoenix and AMS for the final points position. AMS just got up into 10th after throwing bottled at turn 2. Black Phoenix has got the better run. And Black Phoenix
the better
is going to get to the
tyres.
outside. Yeah.
six lap old tyres compared to 17 lap tyres. We'll see this off the
To be honest, I'd be amazed if AMS can make these tyres go to the end.
I mean, if they are going to blow up, you don't want to have them blow up around the flat right-hander.
Yeah. You don't want that to happen there. Especially on the rears. If they're the rears, you're gone into a wall. Black Phoenix now down to the inside. And
Second time
he's done the
he's had
same mistake.
contact at this corner.
Same mistake.
Second time.
The thing is, Black Phoenix is sending it down the inside where there is an opportunity, but he's being a bit too naive, a bit too what do you call it?
He's almost he's been too hesitant. He's almost been. If you're going to send that, you need to send that with authority. A Danny Rick launch into the corner, as I famously once said. You've got to launch it, and he didn't do that properly. He didn't launch it.
And that's good advice from a man that knows how to launch it. So yeah, you better take that advice into account. Because if you're going to send it out down the inside, don't be hesitant. Don't slow down mid-overtake, otherwise you will clip the rear of someone and you will spin out. But AMS is now putting...
You'll get that side pod sort of glitch accident that you got there. It's like almost like you get hooked on.
It's stopped raining. It's definitely stopped raining, but it ain't going to be dry enough to dry. Surely not now.
Is he going to throw him on? He has. AMS, I love you. Fantastic. He stuck a set of softs on.
Maybe though, with a drying track.
What an absolute lad.
With a drying track, are we going to see some more guys sliding around and making mistakes? That's what I would like to point out.
I mean, if you're minimal on a set of tyres, AMS is so slow.
He's not lost the rear end though, so fair play. You will get the size up to temperature.
Yeah. Oh, he's going straight on here. Oh, he got it stopped. He did get it stopped. Oh, the time to tell will be there's airstrike past him, but they're really struggling there. I've just watched Tom at the last corner. It's like watching someone try and walk through treacle.
It's that time of the crossover point where it's not really optimal for inters, but it's not optimal for dries at the same time. So both, no matter what tyre you're going to be on, you're going to struggle.
And it is the time where you go from 0 to hero and vice versa.
And go for those ball strategies.
Yeah,
stick on a set of those softs.
3 laps left. Tom's got to have no tyres left. 14 laps on a set of inters. AMS went 17 laps on intermediates and stopped.
So this drying track is not going to help the likes of
no, it's not.
or Tom, because they've been on those longer than any other driver on this track. When the track gets drier, it usually burns out the inters quicker. As Bran has also gone onto a set of softs.
Tom had an absolute four-wheel drift going on through the left-hander back straight. That was slow through there as well. I wonder, and out of that corner as well, will Sam be catching him? He's not catching him either, so Sam's struggling. Is Oogie catching both of them?
I think they're all struggling. I think they're all struggling because they're on the same. All the drivers seem to be on the tyres around the same age, so I reckon that. Oh, you got yellow flag. Who is it? And it's
Sector 1.
Airstrike and Bran have come together. I think that was coming out the pits for Bran.
Now, do you stay out, hoping that you can make it to the end, or do you stop?
I reckon you should stay out because even though the track may be dry enough for now, there's still bits of spray coming off the cars. So you're going to be slow. You're still going to be slower.
True.
You're still going to be slower on the softs.
But you're pushing those tyres so close to having a puncture. I mean, 15 laps with two to go.
Fran's hit the wall! Fran's hit the wall! Has he got damage? He has got wing damage.
What's he got? 6 seconds.
Yeah. But penalties though. Penalties is what is going to come into play here, I think.
And Oogie Azim has got the gap down from 2.9 when I last looked to 1.8 on Sam.
This has all of a sudden got tasty. Tusmus is now on the back of Leon. He's well, it's all dry.
That's not tyre wear.
What we got to look for the message now
Phoenix
is
stopped.
DRS going to be enabled? Our driver's going to take the risk of going onto the dries with just 2 laps to go. Fran may be thinking about it. Fran may be thinking about it because he's got that wing damage.
Has stuck a set of softs on, and AMS is going to be right in the back of him with tyres for the last point.
Black Phoenix is going to be just going to be that tad quicker though. When he gets those tyres warmed up, I don't think that gap is big. It's going to be that
3
small
seconds.
enough for AMS. Reel him in.
But he's really struggling, Black Phoenix, out the corners now. Just seen him through the stadium section.
Maybe that's that wet setup we talked about earlier, that he could have been on a wet setup. Maybe that's coming into play right now.
What's it, 2.7? I don't know, maybe he's got it all sorted out now. But AMS was the first man onto them softs.
Just about 1 3/4 laps left to go now for Fran. Just needs to keep that car on the track, needs to keep it planted. It's not going to be an easy task by any means, but he needs to do it. That gap is.
We thought Tom had this.
Yeah, but that gap is kept the same.
We thought Tom had it won. Yeah, we thought he had it won in the first sector. The first stint of the race.
Tom lost it through the stops. He just couldn't get those inters quick up to the temperature quick enough compared to Fran. He lost out. Airstrike's got a penalty as he's on the back of Bran again. Caught to him rather quickly despite him being spun out there.
And Oogie, what's his name? He's right on the back. Yeah. No, Oogie Azim is right on the back of Sam.
There's a lot of battles starting to brew here. We're just a lap and a bit to go.
For the last podium spot.
7.7 now. Tom's lost a lot of time. He's struggling on those inters. Are the 2 Mercedes boys going to catch up to him here?
Well, they're together. They're basically coming as one. They're battling for third. It's
a strategic advantage here for Mercedes. Having both their cars around the same point on the track is going to help them in this.
Is DRS going to be enabled?
I think it should be by now, surely. This track is completely dry. Oh, Sandbam's going off on the straight. He's gone off on the straight. He's gone into the wall. Those tyres are completely lost it. He's lost it. He's got a puncture. I believe he's got a puncture. Yes, he has left rear. Sam's got a puncture, and Oogie Azim is going to take 3rd place in this race.
So Sam has done 14 laps. Sam has done 14 laps. How the hell is Tom still driving?
It's the last lap, though. What's going to happen with these other guys? Seems like puncture's completely random at this point in the race now. Fran has got his gap now to 8.8. Tom has definitely struggled on those.
Leon surely he's going to be able to catch Sam. With Tusmus as well.
Yeah, but he's got wing damage and he's got a puncture. He's going to be slow through
Will
corners, really slow.
Azim,
And when that
Will
tire's going to
Azim,
blow out, he's going to lose the car, I reckon. When that tire's going to go completely, because it's not yet, but it will, and it'll go completely shredded, and he will lose the rear. He will probably put it into a wall.
Oogie Azim is going to be all over the back of Tom into the last corner. It's down to 1 second now. Tom has got no grip left. Absolutely nothing.
Here we go, Tusmos up into 5th place, yeah. That tire's not gone completely down yet. But anyway, for the last corner, Fran, up to the line. Got his strategy right compared to Tom, and Fran will win the opening round in Australia.
Tom versus Oogie Azim in the last corner.
Will he get the run? Will he get the run? I don't think he's going to get him unless penalties have something to say about it.
He'll get him on penalties.
Tom's second.
He'll get him on penalties.
Yep, Oogie Azim 2nd place. Tom AJ 3rd. And meanwhile, Sam Bam's dropped to 9th. I think he will actually keep some points though, because Black Phoenix is half a track away from him.
Mercedes will pick up 4th.
Yep.
And Tasmas will come home in 5th. With
Tasmas.
Leon, I guess, 6th.
Oh, there's a battle here for 7th between the Toro Rosso and the Red Bull. It's going to be Oppiolu, I think, but penalties might have something to say about it. Tasmas 5th, Leon 6th. And no, Leon
loses
down
both
to 8th.
spots.
I did notice, yeah, quite a few penalties in that race, but Leon loses P6 and P7. But he should get the points. Sam Bam is going to limp across the line here. Black Phoenix is a long way away still, so he'll get P9.
Did Sam Bam have any penalties?
No.
Don't think he had enough penalties. There's a red flag. Yellow flag.
He had that one penalty, didn't he?
Not too sure.
He had that one penalty when he went over the curb.
I don't know if the softs were the right tyre in the end. Did they catch time? I'm not too sure. But,
I'm not sure.
No. Not.
Black Phoenix 10th, AMS 11th.
It went.
Oh, AMS 10th.
It went rather.
AMS gets the final point. That's Bran. Can say yes. Bran gets 11th. Black Phoenix must have loads of penalties, and I think he actually finishes last in the end. Oh no, Airstrike did. Airstrike got penalties too.
What an amazing race that was. That was thrilling the entire way through.
Yep. So, yeah. You know what, Tom, that really confused me. You were faster with damage, but then after the stops, you was well behind Fran. That's what really confused me.
For the times that I had.
Yeah, he was right. He did lose about 5 seconds in the pits, actually getting wing damage. But Fran wins the opening round in Melbourne. From Oogie Azim in 2nd place, Tom AJ in 3rd, Mercedes in 4th, Tusmus in 5th, Oppiolu 6th, F3 7th, Leon 8th, Sam Bam, who came across the line with a puncture, in 9th, and AMS in 10th. DNFs were Throne, Bretzer, Nibiru, and Darkbolt.
94% left rear at the end for Tom. Absolutely. I mean, if I was Sam Bam, I'd be raging, because I bet he never had a 94 front. Where did he get? Front left, was it, that went for him?
Rear left.
Rear left as well.
Yeah, rear left was 94, right was 89, something like that.
Wow.
Harry, if you could do the questions, because I'm like Bugatti in F6. I'm absolutely pointless when it comes to questions and podium interviews, so if you care to do them, please.
Okay, is everyone here?
Yes, I think. Yeah, we're all here, so...
Franergy's just joined. You're right, yeah. Franergy, so first race of the season, first win, dominant second half of the race. Obviously, first half of the race, it looked like Tom had you beat, but you made this. Obviously, Tom got damage. How was the race for you? Yeah, you're a bit of a wet weather master. I seem to remember you last season winning in F3 Belgium. Was that last season or season before? You're getting a bit of a... You're going into my head now as the wet weather demon on this game. So you are now the Rain Master. That's Franergy the Rain Master will be the correct title from now on. Moving on to Tom. I mean, we both thought you had it won. Me and Jamie thought you had it won with you pulling away with damage. Obviously, it cost you when you went to make the change of your front wing in the pit lane. Just run out of pace, or the wet weather catch you out? What kind of happened?
I'm cracking the wet. Just like some last, I'm just not very good in the wet at all. And then the reason I pitted early because I thought if it turns dry, I'd rather not have the wing damage. So I thought, you know what, pit a little bit earlier, get it out of the way, and then hopefully at the end, you know, lap 3 or 4 from the end, it might dry up. It did, but not enough. But you know what, I'm actually really chuffed with that. I didn't, like, as soon as I saw that it was raining, I just thought, oh, I literally hate it so much. Last game I was absolutely crap on it. Like, I remember FP last game, Mexico, I think I finished 12th. Like, the rain, I'm just no good at it. So 3rd with damage, pit lane. Yeah, it was a really good race, and well done to Franergy and Ethan.
Yeah, I thought you were. I mean, you were the longest on the tyres at the end. I mean, I was screaming that I thought you'd get a puncher, especially as Sandbam got a puncher as well. It was almost. Yeah, he got a puncher. It was almost like a you know, it was almost like you were creating witchcraft with the tyres. You know, you said you end up with a 94 left 94 rear. Yeah, so you've obviously. I'm calling elite hacks right now to manage to finish on the podium with that. Obviously, then coming on to Ugi Azim, you had a bit of an interesting race. You had contact with Black Phoenix in the opening couple of laps. Just want to talk us through that?
Yeah, it was just quite a hectic race. I'm not good in the wet as well, but I was defending and he went for a dive bomb and came out the worst. It was like we were side by side for I think 5 or 6 corners in the last sector pretty much throughout. I made a mistake in the second last corner, which he tried to go for, but I had the outside line. I kept it for the inside. It was crazy how close it was. But then I think he slightly got frustrated, I guess, being stuck behind me. He went for the dive bomb, but there was no space, so he spun, I think.
Yeah, it was sort of one of those ones where you sort of put a half move and it ends up being worse for you, where you're almost better to launch it properly sort of later in the race to somebody else as well. Yeah, so I can understand that.
Yeah, the front end is fragile in the wet, so if half the car touches, it's worse for the guy behind, I guess.
Yeah, and you then were stuck behind Sam for quite a long period of the race, and then you come onto the front straight and he's in the wall.
Yeah, I thought he was just giving me space to try and attack Tom. I thought he had penalties, but suddenly he's just falling back like crazy. So I just found out that he had a puncture. I messaged him after the race. But yeah, it would have been a really nice result for the Mercedes had he stuck around. But
yeah, it's a shame when someone who I think deserved points and deserved the podium like you all did ends up getting a puncher on the last lap. It's a bit of a sickener.
Yeah, it's tragic. It's tragic.
I suppose you don't care. You got the points, but no, even though it's your teammate, you still don't care.
He was a nice wingman throughout the race, so I think I hoped that he'd also finish on the podium with me. And me not getting penalties, I was hoping to keep within 3 seconds. Like when the track started drying, I didn't have the pace in the beginning, but suddenly when it went more dry, the tires came back to me. I think the tire wear was better for me than the rest, so just caught up like crazy.
It looked that way, to be fair. And yeah, I'll throw it back to Jamie, and I look forward to seeing you all in the rest of the season.
Yeah, one quick question for me actually before we end off. Next week is China. What is your pace like around that track?
Not very good.
Horrible. Horrible.
I'm
Yeah.
not believing these guys. Last week, everyone told me that they weren't a championship container, and all of them done quite well, didn't you, Tom? Dark Bolt likes a barrier.
I was saying to Brand before we like sort of, oh, how's it going? And I was like, awful, hate it. I literally am so crap at Australia. And he goes, yeah, you're saying this now. I bet you get pole. And I was like, yeah, no way. And then, yeah, that's. I was pretty pleased with that.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah,
Even
some
if I didn't
brief,
win, I'm happy with the whole lap. That's all that matters.
yeah, some brief answers there. Kimi Räikkönen-esque answers from the drivers in that last question, but that is it here in the Australian Grand Prix for F3 here in PSGL. Join us next week, same time, 8 o'clock Sunday, for the F3 Chinese Grand Prix, and we'll see you then. Goodbye.